starting off with a series that I absolutely love, The Sickness, issue number 10. This is the Walsh 1 and 6 variant for, I believe, the final issue number 6. What a crazy cover, man. Look at that.
Yeah, it is pretty sick cover.
Yeah.
Pun intended. But that's a very odd ratio, right? 1 and 6.
Yep.
They've
been doing that since the beginning. Remember, the original reason we found The Sickness is because of that issue 1 really creepy variant that they had. Do you remember back in the day?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember the issue number 1. I still want to get that. I still like that cover A for that issue 1 where that person's killing that person in the street.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's this is pretty cool. $15, not bad, I don't think.
Not at all. Not at all. Great book, and it's got a great spot for a cool little sketch too.
I forgot about this series.
Yeah.
I did too.
Yeah. I missed the boat on it, so I was just like, it kind of went in one ear, not the other. But like, congrats on my friends that like got to flip them. Yeah,
I got a bunch of them that I got to grade, but I don't even know if it's worth grading them anymore. So who knows? But
everything's worth grading if you can actually get it back.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So, you're in your turn and burn mode anyway, so just let it go wrong.
I am. I'm selling everything. If you guys haven't noticed, check out my links. Everything's going up. I'm putting like 10 to 20 things on eBay every day, and then my whatnot. And I'm going to try to go eBay live on Sunday. But I am in my turn and burn sale. I'm selling just about everything. So,
wow,
yeah.
Yep. He's even selling the shirts that like he wears on these podcasts. So like, make sure to watch out for those. Like,
yeah. But anyways, moving on. Next, we have Wolverine issue number 4 from this last year. This is the Marvel vs. Capcom variant, which might be seeing a little love because of the other video game variants that are selling for so much. You think maybe?
That's what I was thinking. I mean, yeah, this thing bumped up to $30 this week, and it was basically like $5 or $6.
Oh man, damn it! I didn't buy the set.
Yeah, there was a storm, right? Was it a storm as well?
There's a ton of covers. It's like
there's a ton of them.
It's like 9 covers or something like that. Maybe 12. I don't know. I can't remember the exact number, but I was gonna pre-order them all for my brother because he's a huge Marvel vs. Capcom fan. And then FOC like passed, and I was like kind of like, I'll get it eventually. And then I was not expecting this wave of video game.
Yeah. It's definitely happening.
Yep. $30 is not too bad for the flip on this one. So it came out recently.
Nope.
Yep. So, all right, moving on next. This one's very interesting. Lobo issue number 1 of the first ongoing series from December of 1993. This is the famous issue with the zipper, the teeth zipper, the embossed zipper. And this is the preview of it that they used to send out to comic book stores that had a pretty big sale on eBay.
Yeah, $150 for this. It's the interior is all black and white. Is that what the?
Yep, it says here. The ongoing series comics fans everywhere have been demanding is here, and the tradition of tremendously successful Lobo portrait of a victim. The Lobo ongoing series has no suggested for mature readers label, and everyone can get in the action month after month. And then it goes on and it talks about it, and it's got the black and white interiors. So here you go.
Interesting.
Yeah, but it sold for a lot.
Yeah,
nice little come up. $150.
Stein, you used to have a shop. Did you have one of this?
Let's see. This was 93. I did not have a shop in 93. I had a shop in the late 90s. So, and it was it was some comics, but it was mostly cards. But like that's where I found like when King Shark became like a thing. Actually found one of my old diamond boxes, and I had a stack of like 20 Superboy number 9s in there. And then
Oh,
I
wow.
also found a stack of what is that Spider-Man? Oh gosh, now I'm drawing a blank. I can't remember. There was a first appearance of one of the Spider-Man, Kane. Was it Kane?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I found a stack of like 20 of those as well.
Web of
Still-
Spider-Man, something. Yeah.
Still in my old diamond boxes. They'd sat in those diamond boxes for like 15 years and had never seen the light of day. Maybe 20 years. But yeah, this was before me, unfortunately.
Not bad. Not bad. So, it's funny speaking about those diamond boxes. If you guys aren't following Golden Age Guru on IG, he's got a series that he does where he bought out a old comic book store and they had all this unopened diamond boxes, and he just opens one every once in a while and goes through them. One time he found a stack of Invincible number 1s. He finds stacks of like all kinds of crazy stuff all the time, and really, really good content. Go check it out on his IG. All right, moving on. Legends of the Dark Knight, issue number 41, the Six Flags giveaway book with a Jim Lee cover. This thing is super rare. Did they ever give this out, or was this never given out? Because I can't find hardly any information on it. Other than this recent sale, it is tough to find stuff about. I mean, I know we've talked about it before back in the day on the channel, either Flipside or something, but it's hard to find any information on the web.
I agree. I couldn't find much information on it either. All I know is that 9/8 signature series sold for $6,000.
Wow.
Which is, I think that's more than the Hush.
Yes.
I believe.
Yes.
The Hush
right now.
RRP.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh.
this is super rare.
Deal or Flipside on that? Which one are you going for?
Yeah. Well, the same guy might have sold this next one too, being the Batman 608 Jim Lee Burbank edition, speaking of Hush. So sold the 9/8 of this one too, right?
Yeah, for $5,000 for this one.
That's crazy.
Ooh. Yeah, gosh, man, that's some dollars there. But I mean, I guess if you just are a Batman collector, these are hyper rare, especially in grade. I mean, if you want it and you got the cash, probably 6,000 is probably like, if I was a multimillionaire, I'd probably be like, yep, I want that. I'll just pay whatever. I don't care.
Yeah. So rare, man. Rarity is king. So, and you can go get the set now with add on that Green Lantern Burbank one. So,
Oof.
Yeah.
The buyer's now looking up Batman 608 RRP.
Excellent. All right, moving on. Next, we have probably one of my favorite books on the Almost 10 this week, if not my favorite. Droopy, issue number 1 from Dark Horse in 1995. A nice little homage cover to a DC classic.
Did you know that this homage was out there?
Never seen this ever until tonight. Dr.
I saw this.
Stein.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my gosh. Like didn't even know that this one existed. Yeah, CGC 9.6 sold for $180. I just couldn't believe it. It's such an interesting. I mean, this is almost like Do You Poo, right? Though, right? Except
it's even better.
Except it's a real character.
Yeah, real character. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, it's not like Droopy's a parody character or whatever.
And it's from 1993, 95 when they weren't really doing homage covers, like they are now. And it doesn't even look like a Dark Horse book. Like, would you expect this to be a Dark Horse book?
Heck no. Doesn't even remotely look like it. I have no idea. Like I said, I'm not sure anybody knew. I sure didn't know anything about this one. Hero says, "Is this an early Jessica Rabbit?" Oh, is that? That's not Jessica Rabbit.
No, it's
is
not
it?
Jessica Rabbit. Yeah.
Oh, I was like, is it? Um, but yeah, this one was so cool. Now I'm gonna have to find Droopy #1.
Yep, I'm with you on that. Very, very cool. So, all right, next on the Almost 10, a book that I would never expect to sell for this much. If I would see this in a short box and probably wouldn't get it. I would be like, oh, that's kind of cool, but I probably wouldn't buy it. Savage Dragon number 183, the Chris Giarrusso variant, and this one sold for big bucks in raw condition recently.
$425 for this one.
Crazy.
That's $425,
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah. I'm assuming it is in that 180. So that's like in that run, probably from like 150 to 220, where like most Savage Dragon books didn't even make like the Comicron like top 500 list. Like, and this one is a variant too. So
so there's 2 of these in existence.
Yeah, there may right. Right. Yeah, there's probably single digits of this book actually in existence.
There's this one and Eric Larson's copy.
Well, they did these. Chris Giarrusso did variants for all the Image books at the time. There's a Spawn one. There's a Witchblade one like this, if I remember correctly.
Isn't there an Invincible one?
There's an Invincible one. Yeah, I believe. Yeah, very cool.
I mean, if you were digging through a shop and you ran into a bunch of them, I think that's when you kind of pick them up, right? Like I personally wouldn't hunt out for individuals of these.
Yeah.
But if I found a set together at a shop at a reasonable price, I mean, I'm not paying $400 for this, but someone is. So good on them.
Man, that is cool. So $425. That's nice. All right, moving on to not Savage Dragon. This is Starfire, issue number 1, the second printing Amanda Connor variant, which had a nice little sale of $40 raw.
Yeah, $40 for this one. Only difference on the cover, white background instead of a pink background, I think is what the first print is. This one seems to be pretty hard to find. There's not very many of them available. So maybe $40 isn't terrible, but it seems like a lot. I still think that there are not near enough really good Starfire covers for that character.
I agree.
I mean, you would think that there would be 1,000 of them, but there just aren't. So the ones that are good, and I think this one's not. I don't hate this cover.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with that.
There's like 4 or 5. There's like 3 Starfire covers that are knockout fantastic. And then that's about it.
All 3 variants from issue 1, 2, and 3 in this series are amazing. Yeah. They're so good. With the Darwin Cook being the best of the 3.
I agree.
I do like the Lupacchino and who was the other one?
The Lupacchino was for this one, right?
Yeah, and then number 2 was, I can't remember who number 2 was, but then number 3 was the Darwin Cook.
Yeah.
Yep.
So great book. Shout out to Amanda Connor, great creator. All right, moving on to one of my all-time favorite books that I hate Stein for bringing up, because this is one of those ones that I never talk about anywhere, and I try to pick them up anytime I see them. And obviously you can see why. Secrets of Haunted House, issue number 42 from DC in 1981, a skull cover of skull covers.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many are on there. 5, 10.
A lot.
4, yeah, a lot. 20 some. Yeah, CGC 9.4, just a 9.4. So for 200 on this one.
Wow.
I don't know what the census on this one is, but I know that those like copper horror books are just literally impossible to find in high grade. So this one's will be a good one. This will be a good one to have a 9.8 in. I don't know if it's even possible.
Yeah.
If there are any 9.8s of this, to be honest.
Such a great cover.
Yeah, just having that one right there in the middle with the extra smile,
Yeah.
with the open mouth, that looks so different than all the rest of them is pretty cool.
Yeah, and the eyes.
Yep.
Man. So 9.4 for $200. Not bad.
There are 8 9.8s on the census, a total of 25 blue labels.
It's not many. 8.
8.
There'll be more now. At least one person watching this is gonna be like, I'm gonna go send some of these in. Or I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I need to get this sent in.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I don't care what grade it is.
Moving on to A Man's Guts. This is a fanzine from 1989, and it's got that classic Bruce Timm cover on it. Shout out to our boy Josh, International Comics, putting out a bunch of cool Bruce Timm books that he's been talking about for a couple years. I think he finally got them all back graded, and this is one that I feel like I've seen from him at some point, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about Man's Guts. The listing did say that inside there were like 5 more drawings from Bruce Timm. I don't know what those drawings look like, but I would suspect that this is kind of hard to find, especially from 1989. It sold for $180, and it was basically like a fine copy at best. It had some pretty rough corners on it, but yeah, this one would be pretty cool to have, actually.
Yep, I agree.
Hey, JC, did you buy this? Was this you? Did you buy this?
So, very, very cool book. And that is the Almost 10 this week. Come hang out with us tomorrow on Modern Comic Mayhem